Hello and welcome to another Atoka Fire Department public informational video. I'm Lieutenant Raymond Pelletier, and today we will be discussing fire prevention and how it helps our community. We discussed the basic concepts of education, engineering, and enforcement, or the 3 E's, and what it means for business owners here in Atoka. We will also look at our current fire code, which is part of the 2015 International Code Council Building Code, and how we apply what is in the code to the structures in our community. There will be discussions about how the codes determine how an occupancy is built and what materials can be used based on testing. Lastly, we will introduce you to Code Enforcement Department, the fire inspector, and what they are responsible for. There are 3 basic concepts when it comes to fire prevention that we want everyone to understand. They are education, enforcement, and engineering. The education part of fire prevention is teaching people all about fire prevention, like we do right now in this video series. We discuss the reasons why fire happens and what the best practices are to help prevent them from happening in the first place. We also want to educate businesses and the public on what steps to take if a fire happens. These steps include exiting the building when an alarm sounds, proper fire extinguisher use, and proper housekeeping to reduce the amount of flammable materials available for a fire to occur. The next item to discuss is engineering. Since many of the building systems used to deter, detect, or suppress fires are engineered systems, as well as the building components themselves being engineered to perform in certain conditions. But also engineering may include the use of proper building techniques such as firewalls, smoke curtains, and other features designed to limit the spread of the products of combustion. Many times people ask why it's so important to have a working alarm system, or why they should install a sprinkler system. These items are important to help reduce the impact of fire by detecting it early in its growth, alerting firefighters and occupants for a speedy response, as well as evacuating the area and possibly containing or extinguishing the fire itself. In Atoka, a fire alarm system is required by our code, and while sprinklers are only required for commercial occupancies over 10,000 square feet, Atoka Fire Department will always recommend installing a sprinkler system in any building, even if it doesn't meet the current standard requirement. Sprinkler systems have been proven for many years to help lessen the damage to a building by extinguishing or keeping the fire confined till the arrival of firefighters. The planning and training of a fire escape plan for all employees should be a priority. Employees need to know where the closest exits are at any time, or how to ensure that the fire can be confined in the smallest area possible by securing doors. The use of fire extinguishing systems, sprinkler systems, cooking hood systems, should be understood by all employees. This includes how they're triggered either automatically or manually, proper clearance sprinkler heads for storage, and the steps to take when the system is used. Identification of all fire exits must be readily displayed and made sure to be operating properly. The exits also have to remain clear of any debris or storage. Exits that are not normally used by patrons or customers are often overlooked at the time of a fire. Even though they may be the closest, people usually try to exit the door they came in. The use and training of all these items for all employees is important when educating, and the proper continued use of engineering features can help reduce the damage and possible injuries to the employees and the public. The next E we'll look at is our last one. It's called the enforcement side. When we discuss fire prevention with business owners, many always ask about enforcement. First item is usually brought up. Enforcement is actually the last item we would like to use. Education is by far the best option for all involved when dealing with discussing fire safety. There are times though that enforcement must be used due to the nature of the violation or lack of cooperation of the owner or owners. In Atoka, fire codes are handled by our fire inspector, Lieutenant Bill Scott, and by our Codes and Enforcement Department Manager Rex Wallace. Manager Wallace has an office at Town Hall where he serves Monday through Friday 8 to 5. Lieutenant Scott works with Manager Wallace to make sure all fire codes are considered and implemented for all construction within the town. Lieutenant Scott also performs all annual fire inspections of all commercial occupancies in the town. Fire companies do perform a yearly pre-fire planning event that is usually carried out by the company officer and is scheduled through Lieutenant Scott. Currently, the town of Atoka is guided by the 2015 Fire Building Codes, as approved in June 2019. That code includes the 2015 ICC Fire Code and the 2015 NFPA 101 Life Safety Code. Many of these codes determine the need for requirements for fire ratings of occupancies, building materials, and their fire resistance ratings, and testing data concerning building components. All commercial occupancies must abide by the code that was placed upon initial inspection of their occupancy. Any changes to an occupancy must be permitted and then is required to meet all current building and fire code standards. Inspections are then performed to check on compliance. Any items found to be outside of code, the owner can make repairs to the areas and then be re-inspected. TOCA feels the last resort of any non-compliance will be fines or closure of a business, and education is the larger benefit to all involved. Fire prevention education never stops from the first time we learn what fire is. By using all available means to help teach the citizens of Atoka, a fire-safe community can help businesses grow. By understanding the reasons for code enforcement in our town, the minimum of what is required, and who you can ask questions to, Atoka seeks to join our businesses in building the safest and most prosperous community possible. Thank you very much.